Howdy, folks. I'm Gary Taylor from Taylor Beef, Montana. We're here today at a processing plant, and we're going to go out with the Hobbs family. They're going to take us through the plant and explain how these beefs, when they're processed, and what they do, and how they're done. If we can we take a run at it? You bet. Thank you. Okay, we're in the hanging beefs, and I'm going to ask Mike to take us on a big demonstration of what these are, where the cuts come from, that they're USDA inspected.
Hi, I'm Mike Hobbs. My wife and my family and I, we manage this facility. This facility has been here since 1946. It has been a processing facility the whole time. We're USDA inspected. We bring the cattle in, and this is the first stage of their journey into processing this. There's absolutely no contaminants that can be on the carcass before it hits this cooler and starts its aging process. This is the first cooler. They do their initial cool down in here before they start aging. We'll go into the next room, which is our aging cooler, and we'll talk about cuts of beef, show what it would be like to buy a beef from Taylor Cattle Company, and show you where different cuts are.
We're in the hanging plant. This is where the processing takes the next step, and we age this beef. Now, some of these beefs are bigger than what we would sell. Some of them are about the same size. The ones we're looking at will probably carcass out at around 600 pounds. That's 300 pounds a side. So do the math, and you can figure that out as we go. He's going to show you why we age them and how we age them.
So here's a typical grass-fed cow. The animal's in here for 10 to 14 days to break down the connective tissue and the muscles so the beef comes out with a better flavor and is more tender. If you look at this carcass here, I'm quickly going to go over a few cuts that you might be familiar with, but not sure where they come from. If we start at the rail, we start at the top. You have your round steaks, your rump loin, going down to the short loin, which is where your New Yorks and tenderloins come from, on down to the ribeye, famous ribeye that everybody wants and everybody knows about. As we come down the carcass, you run into the chuck. This is where the best roasts come from, in my opinion. The chuck roasts, they have the best marbling and the best taste. And this is everything else is what you see here, from my opinion. But you also get soup bones, and there's 100 different cuts, less known, but people eat it any way you want to.
In addition, when you buy Taylor beef, this beef will be marked with your name on it. You own that animal. You own that beef. They'll be cut the way you want to have them cut. Megan, you'll be taking care of those.
I will be in touch with the customers to figure out how you want your beef packaged and what size of hamburger packaging you want. And I'll go over the different cuts of steaks and kind of explain things to you if you're unsure of what you want.
The information will be made available to you in writing as well, so you can make the determination. Now, when these beefs are hung, they'll be weighed. I will make a contact to the customer. You'll know what the weights are, so you can figure out how much you still owe us. Having said that, you feel free to call these people and ask and verify the weights.
So, just to give an idea of what you would expect to get from the processor, here's a rough estimate of about a half a beef. The reason I want to show this is because some people buy half beef and think, well, I'll be good with the freezer above my fridge. Well, that's not always the case. This is the room you're going to need when you buy a beef in the freezer space.
Work, you can get a lot of cuts in her. If I may, with our beef, 95% fat free. It's there. Remember, this is grass-fed beef, and it will give you a good product to put on your barbecue or mix in your mixed meats. You can sure get this done. Whatever we can do to help you, we're here. We're right a phone call away. Remember, you're not going to your local inn. Okay. The meat, pure Montana beef. This is it. We know where it came from. Go to your supermarket. You buy it from a organization, it's a big corporation. They have no idea where the meat comes from. We do. Who do you go to at the supermarket to ask how to cook that meat? We do. You don't. You don't get that answer from a supermarket. You'll get it from us. We'll follow through with the product. You look at the facility, it's clean, it's spotless, and it's kept that way. I'm in here a lot, and I see this place. These folks do a good job. They're customer driven. They not only sell beef, but they want to treat you as a friend, as I do. I don't want you as a customer. I want you as a customer and a friend. When you come pick the meat up, I want to spend some time with you so I know about your family and how to take care of it. This amount of meat, a half of beef, could take you up to almost a year in the freezer. You don't have to go to the market. You know where it came from. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some information that you can use no matter who you buy your beef from. You need to know. I got to tell you, folks, you don't walk through packing plants. They don't let you do this. This is a rarity. This rarely happens. But having said that, we had Miles City a little different. Montana's a little different. We're all a little different. And we want to make sure that the folks out there that are going to buy beef, whether it be from us or others, knows that they have a clean place to get it done that is USDA inspected, and that quite frankly, we care about our customers. We want them to get the best. Still for you folks to carry on during the year. Hopefully you'll come back and want to buy some more from us. I appreciate your time. Do remember, this is not the last. We've got a whole bunch of other segments and videos that we're putting together right now that'll be up on a number of facilities. One is Yellowstone Valley Radio. We're going to work hard. There'll be some stuff off on the internet. Thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Mike Hobbs. This is my wife Megan. We manage Rancher's Best Meats here in Miles City, Montana. We process local beef and we sell it out the door. So if you have beef that needs processed or you just need some beef for dinner, come out and see us.
We're at 55 Whittenhove Lane, and our number is 406-234-1961. Call with any questions.